daylight savings time, day 92. It's getting a little late. If this were, normal times, this would be 12:22, but it's 11:22. I'm tired, but we're going to go ahead and talk about today. And this isn't really going to be a video about what I've done and what's the plan tomorrow, although, of course, like all the videos, we're going to be talking about that very briefly. Very quickly, I hosted an open house. No one except for a designer or a stager lady showed up and just was like judging the house for its interior design. So no one showed up to the open house, but sometimes that stuff happens. All right, let's talk about what I think is very important to discuss. Making the leap from good to great, what it means to become successful, and what you need to do to get to where you want to be in life. So the book that started it all for me was a book called Self-Made, and it's the book that got me into real estate. It is Self-Made by Stephen Arnio, and I have talked about the book briefly, but essentially what the book is about is a young real estate investor makes $1 million before he turns 30, but the deep character of the story is that it took a lot of work and a lot of dedication for him to be able to actually even purchase his first rental property. And when I got done making self-improvement YouTube videos, this is the book that got me into real estate. Originally, I wanted to become a real estate investor, and I wanted to manage rental properties and flip houses. I wanted to have a wide real estate portfolio and work as an investor. That changed in December of 2023 when I decided, I don't really see how I can make this into a tangible career if I don't have liquid cash flow. So let's go ahead and become an agent instead. So January 2024 was the beginning of my real estate agent endeavors. And that is where we are on right now. Making the leap from good to great, what does this mean? It is a chapter from the book Hard Times Create Strong Men, which is written by the same guy, Stephen Arnio, who wrote the book Self-Made, the real estate investor. He made a book about what it means to be a man in the modern world, what masculinity really means, what it should be, the future for men, all that stuff. And in the book, there's a chapter specifically about respecting the grind and essentially knowing that winners always find a way to get what they want, and sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice working a normal job if you want to do the thing you're truly doing. A lot of mistakes a lot of people make in this world is that they believe that you need to take the passion and the thing you truly love first and have that be the primary thing you do in the beginning, and then supplement that with the forced work that you have to do, the forced labor. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. The way it works is you need to do the work that's required of you first, and then if you get past that point, you can truly be doing the work you actually want to be doing. And it's those jobs that you have to pick up, like working at a Starbucks, working at McDonald's, working a warehouse job. It's in those jobs that you can do the things you actually want to be doing, like being a real estate investor, being an agent, an entrepreneur, owning a business, starting a YouTube channel. What's the significance on all this? What does this mean exactly? Good things don't come easy. And if they come easy, they're not sustainable. So what do I mean by that? Even if you get a listing, if it's a listing that comes from a guy that you knew, from a guy that you knew, that listing's going to be done, and then you're not going to have any other transactions under your belt. It is those things that come difficult or the things that are going to be worth it at the end of the day. So right now, for example, I need to make money. I am very low on expenses, and I told everyone that I'm looking for a job after November if I don't end up, having any sort of contract signed. Well, we're here in November, and I am looking for a job right now. And the fact of the matter is that if I cannot seem to do DoorDash full-time and make that full-time income, I am going to have to find a full-time job. But here's the thing. In the chapter from making the leap from good to great, this is literally what the chapter is about. Sometimes you have to work those shitty jobs. Sometimes you have to work those jobs that you do not want to do in order to get into the business that you want to get into and really make things big for you. So I am going to have to work a job, and I found a leasing position that is with the rental company that I live in right now. And if I worked for them, I would get a rental discount here and I would get paid $22 an hour, which is decent money. And also if I get that rent cut, that could save me a good amount of money. Now the issue with that is it would take up so much of my time doing real estate that it would start to get in the way of doing a lot of things. But I'm a firm believer where we can make everything happen at the end of the day, and I can get all the work done. I just have to believe in myself, and that I have to really be careful with my time that I spend. And if I have to do it, what other choice do I have? I'm going to have to make that choice either way, so it doesn't matter. That's just how it's going to have to be. So if I have to work a full-time job to become a successful agent, that's what I'm going to have to do. And Liz, one of the girls that I work with, she's not really a girl, but one of my colleagues I work with, she won Rookie of the Year in 2023, and she had to pick up a job at Starbucks. So there is room for people that have to get some sort of consistent money to be successful in this industry and even win Rookie of the Year. So obviously, I have a plan on what I'm going to be doing, and I'm applying for jobs right now, and that job is probably in the front running for that reason. Now, of course, if I can get away with doing DoorDash and maybe working some easy part-time job that's in the evenings, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do that. Now, the point of what I'm trying to make here is that delay gratification is a fundamental basis of self-improvement that I've known since 2021. If you wait for something to come, then you're going to end up reaping the rewards of that. Pain today, pleasure tomorrow. This is the fundamental principles of success. If you delay gratification and you wait for the good stuff to roll by doing the hard work that is necessary right now, you will end up reaping the rewards of the hard work that you put in. And real estate's the exact same way. I have been in this industry for 92 days, and so far, I have gotten a lot of people upset at me at open houses because I exist and I'm sitting there and people just get annoyed by me. I've had for sale by owners yell at me and tell me to stop calling me. I've had zero momentum at some points of the business. I've had a lot of doubt and criticism in that sense from my own self. I've made several mistakes, and I haven't made any money. And actually, I'm spending a ton of money being in this business. That's a lot of crap. That's a lot of bullshit. So the fact that I am still sitting here after 92 days and I am going to keep staying here without even seeing the other side is remarkable. And I just know that sometimes it is going to take a year. It's going to take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But guess what? 5 years later, where am I? I'm 28. I'm not even 30 yet by then. And, this guy that I knew since 7th grade really liked this girl I liked in 8th grade. And he danced with her in the 8th grade dance and was just trying to hurt my feelings. And I got so upset to the point where I cried. Well, fast forward 7 years later, and I am at a real estate networking event in Brown County, where I'm from, and he's serving me food. And he works in the kitchen. So funny how that stuff works sometimes. It's truly remarkable. But that chapter, living from, making the leap from good to great, doing the hard work when you need to, and not reaping the rewards and delaying gratification, that is a principle that I live by. And that is something that is a non-negotiable for me since day one, since brand new day. So what's the plan? What am I doing? Well, obviously tomorrow I'm doing my lead follow-up, I'm doing my lead generation, and I'm making an Instagram video, and I'm going to finish up my first YouTube video. That's going to be done. And I'm going to be starting on my second video. So there's a lot to be done tomorrow. I'm also going to the gym. Fun stuff, right? And then in the evening, I am going to go and see my friend. And we're going to talk about being roommates together potentially so we can save money. So I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. But the point of this entry that I want to make today is Good things do not come easy. They do not come quick. Anything that comes quick and easy is unsustainable and it's not going to last. If you want sustainable success, you're going to have to work hard at one thing for an extended period of time and be efficient at it and pick the right thing, obviously. The way you become successful in this world is if you get really good at one thing and you do it for an extended period of time. It's not a matter of jumping from strategy to strategy and thinking about which strategy works. It's mastering a strategy and getting forward with it. One last thing before we get out of here. I've actually seen a lot of people look at my channel and it's awesome. I didn't think I would get anyone watching these videos. The fact that I've gained like 20 subscribers just by making these videos, even though I'm not even like monetizing them, I'm not even like optimizing them for money reasons, is honestly remarkable. So thank you everyone who's watching. It's awesome seeing people watching my content. It's great. Let's keep moving. And honestly, if I end up gaining more traction here, I honestly might find a way to monetize this content. Not to say that it's going to really change. Because I mean, again, like I'm just going to be as authentic to the camera like I am with you right now. But hey, it's a possibility. If I can get paid by talking about my life as an entrepreneur at 23 years old, living on my own in one of the richest cities in the Midwest, coming from a small rural town, I think people would like that. I think people would enjoy that, and there would be some inspiration there. So that's it, guys. That's the end of this video. We're going to have day 93 tomorrow, so that's going to be an exciting time. So see you guys on the next video. Good night.